In the nucleus, proton is anchored in place by a superfocused n-Electron, overcoming proton-to-proton repulsion. A positive ion can borrow momentum to electrons within itself, but net charge is still positive. With each field system maintaining their zinc equilibrium, they are still access counterclockwise absorbed trajectories. Thus, protons need to find other electrons outside to balance charges or trajectories. Carbon 12. Electron being significantly larger, more dispersed than proton, electron-proton connections always form the teardrop shape. Electron wants to maintain connection with proton in Proton-Sphere while avoiding other electrons. So first two electrons stay closest to the nucleus, filling up shell 1. Obstructed by the first shell, next set electron fills up shell 2. Shell 3 has 8 to 18 slots, depending on the total number of protons, and so on. The field system tries to balance interaction with surrounding momentum, and electrons prefer to attract equally with all sides of the nucleus, and repel evenly with other electrons. So two electrons on the opposite side of the nucleus forms an orbital pair. An electron orbital always have opposite spins, same distance from the nucleus, and same energy, unless hybridized. An electron is usually connected to many protons at one time. Electron can focus connection with one proton, but with many substitute connections standing by. Single field system, for example, neutron, proton, electron. Integrated field system, system with two or more field systems bonded together, for example, atom, molecule. Electron naturally can only form teardrop-shaped connections with proton, but proton have equal attraction towards electron at all sides. So electron wants to occupy different positions to attract equally on all sides of the nucleus and repel evenly with other electrons. And when that is not attainable due to uneven or inexact number of electrons, an electron can 1. Have electron orbitals orbiting nucleus. 2. Electrons split into multiple electrons, using proton as a pivot or distributor. Without proton, static electrons' zinc equilibrium prevents electron from splitting. So first two electrons in carbon splits into multiple images, connecting nucleus at all angles, resembling a sphere. 2s2 does the same, at further distance. 2px1 and 2py1 occupy different orbitals to minimize repulsion and maximize angle coverage. They each split into two images, filling up their orbital. Then further split two more images to fill up 2pz. But electrons do not like to split, as it affects their zinc equilibrium. So shells that are not fully filled with the right number of electrons are less stable. Electron orbitals are not rigid shapes, but vectors trying to avoid each other. Electron can tilt or transfer momentum to suitable electron to adjust orientations for magnetism, bonds, electricity, etc. And so does proton. This whole area is electron, including most of the belt, and even beyond. Electron is not a dot whizzing around the nucleus, but a configuration of trajectories when momentum is traveling in light speed. It's significantly bigger, more dispersed than proton. Electron can focus and stabilize when connected to a proton at close distance.